watching the days go by, watching the sunrise. Why don't you try?
Ladies and gentlemen,
and the Lakers going through their pregame routines.
Entertainment center of the world.
We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. We'll also be hearing from our friend Dorsberg from the sideline. And now we take a brief check at the matchups. Our starting five for both teams. First for the Grizzlies. And looking at the Lakers, Schroeder is out there with Patrick Beverley. And manning the middle, a champion in his lone season at Kentucky. And the 2012 #1 pick overall, shot blocker extraordinaire, Anthony Davis. Then it's LeBron James.
In many ways, the Lakers had what would be called the nightmare season in 12-13. Despite that, they protected Staples, playing in front of the Hollywood Stars. They made the most of it, even though they struggled away from home.
And the Grizzlies start out with the ball.
Get there.
Colonies, defended by Schroeder. And stolen by LeBron. And here we go, fast break. LeBron's got it. A feather touch on the finger. LeBron's got the opening bucket of the night here for Los Angeles. Clark, as you said, with the Lakers very good at home last season, and what would be one of their very few bright spots on the year. They go 29-12 in Staples Center, which Steve put them in the top third of the league for home wins.
Well, Kevin, when you come into Staples as a visitor for a Lakers game, there really is a kind of a different feel. I mean, if you're the opponent, you look up at all those banners, you look over at all the celebrities on the side, you know, that theater lighting. It's a pretty cool spot, and teams sometimes, I think, can kind of get carried away.
A moment to check in with Dorsberg. Doris?
Hey, Kevin. I spoke with the Lakers head coach. Shoot first and ask questions later is a philosophy all players can get with, and one he instilled in his team today. With the shooters they've got, he wants any open look to immediately result in a jump shot. Players love it, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. No, Clark, hard to create spacing without the three.
I agree there. I mean, I'd say it's almost impossible with the size and speed of players in this day and age. He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Strange to see that a team that appeared to be in such strong position changed up so much last year. And the Grizzlies did that. They traded away Rudy Gay, and they also changed their offensive scheme to more of a pick-and-roll approach.
Now here's LeBron. And Beverly gets to LeBron. Pass to Schroeder. That's the 3-fly. Brooks grabs the board. Grizzlies have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. There were a lot of questions asked after the Rudy Gay trade last season. Fans wondered if the team was looking to blow it up, even though they were fighting for the 3rd seed at the time. But, Steve, they really rallied.
They did. I thought they showed that they were excellent. One of the reasons they made that trade is they had a lot of success a couple of years back in the playoffs without Rudy Gay. So they knew that they could play well without him. So they went ahead and pulled the trigger. And it looks like the deal has worked out okay.
And here's Jackson following the 3 from Beverly. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Well, with him, what immediately comes to mind is the long-range shooting. I mean, he can knock down shots from anywhere, and of course, that forces the defense to locate him at all times.
And the consistency of his jump shot is another thing we should say about him. I mean, it doesn't matter how many defenders are flying at him, his stroke is never changing.
And he knocks down the first one.
The Grizzlies focused on trying to get more bang for their buck in terms of what they were paying guys, and the first shoe to drop was the trade of Rudy Gay. just didn't want to commit to that big contract, thought they could do a better job spreading that kind of money out over more players.
That one is no good. And for small market teams like the Grizzlies, that is something they have definitely always got to be considering. Are we using our cap space, Steve, to the best of our ability?
I think for the most part they were, but they just didn't feel that Rudy gave us a long-term solution. So when the trade opportunity came about, they decided to free themselves up with a long-term financial commitment and give themselves more options in terms of personnel moving forward.
Here's Jones after the made shot from Bryant. Clark, the pass to Adams. Nice D from Bryant.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
Westbrook with the bucket. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Back to Jackson. High post drive. And Westbrook pulls it down.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot.
Close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Los Angeles on top, up 2. And we'll be back with you for this. And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And what stands out to you from the Lakers in this one?
And the difference to this point has been defense. This club has really gotten after it, and that's what's gotten them this lead.
Well, there's nothing that's gone up that hasn't been contested so far.
Walker dishes to Westbrook, and the rejection by Clark. Tillman, guarded by Walker. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
Excellent work offensively to get that shot attempt into a can't-miss area.
The Grizzlies shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. Grizzlies making a switch here.
And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
They get it back. Jones. That was good with the extra effort on the glass.
He's a grinder. Love what he does under the offensive boards, really bringing energy and life to his team.
Jones off a pick from Adams. Jones gets to Adams. Gabriel with the rebound. And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired, and that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
Clock at 6. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the way up. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys. They've been wrestled back and forth.
Yeah, this could be a back and forth game all the way, guys, the way it's being played. This is fun to watch.
Williams, he's checked in for Memphis. The Lakers have gotten only 1 of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Lakers working the ball around now. Pass to Gabriel. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got 3 assists now in this one.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
The defense has been futile here. 5 of the last 6 field goals in the lane.
And the basket by Jones.
Well, here in the second, not as listless. They're showing some signs of life offensively.
Well, great sign because after that poor first quarter, now they're playing better offensively and they have the lead.
Back to LeBron. Pass to Walker. He kicks to Jones. Outside, Walker fires it up. The shot is off. Memphis leading. Outside, Williams. Tillman. The pass to Adams. shoulder by LeBron. Pulls it from the elbow. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Very porous defense down there by the hoop. He probably should make that one.
Number 3, defended by Reeves. The feed now to Jones. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Reeves. And it's the Lakers on the break. And there's the rejection. Number 3. Beautiful buzzer beater.
Just in time. And that is simply a dagger on the way to the locker room. That three-pointer feels like a six-pointer coming when it did right at the end of the half.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. Grizzlies lead by 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Welcome to the halftime report for this Thursday night. Memphis on top against the Lakers out at Staples Center. They've done a fantastic job pushing the break and the tempo, easy buckets in transition. And hanging tough, the Los Angeles Lakers. They've been aggressively attacking the rack, getting a lot of points right at the rim. The first half a productive one for LeBron. And Russell Westbrook's also been getting it done. And we'll be heading back to the court for the rest of our coverage as we go to Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke for the second half.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
The busy streets of Los Angeles, lighting up the night sky as we continue.
Well, throughout the league and its history, defenses always travel well. And to be good and consistently good in the NBA, you've got to bring that defensive mindset and execution. Offense comes and goes, defense stays.
Dives for it, and out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Defended by Schroeder. Here's Polynice, and that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Now you can tell what the crowd thinks about that call.
Yeah, they erupted as soon as the whistle blew.
And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 7. Knocked away. Stolen by Brooks. Always going up for the alley-oop here.
Heads-up play on both ends there. Transition basketball, the steal and the quick push.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean, rapid-fire basketball.
Lakers shooting 43% from the floor. Here's Schroeder. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Offensive rebound, number 28. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Not much doubt about that over the back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
Memphis leading by 9. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking. They've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
So much of what ailed the Lakers could be traced to the lack of defensive presence, and it really came to a head when Magic Johnson, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, called them out about looking to play Showtime offense while not paying attention to solid defense.
Well, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Stolen. Here's Schroeder. And that'll be the Lakers Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Timeout called the Lakers.
Well, they've really kind of struggled offensively here. So I think this timeout is for him to really draw something up, maybe get an easy two and get their confidence back.
You know, sometimes an easy basket out of a break is just what you need to get things back on track. And coaches always have plays specifically for that situation, coming out of timeouts for an opportunity to get a bucket.
And going back to what Clark said, they didn't actually try to run that much based on tempo, more than what they might have been used to, certainly, Steve. But the D was a concern in a major way.
Well, it was really more about teams running wild on them instead of the other way around. You look at the Laker personnel, big front line last year with Howard and Gasol. The transition defense wasn't quite there. You throw in the injuries. They were never able to find that balance between good offense and solid defense.
Good on both.
Well, for the Grizzlies, the fifth best record in the league last season, guys. Defeated the Clippers and the Thunder in the playoffs, but it all came to a crashing end when the Spurs swept them in the conference finals.
Back to Adams. Stolen away. Nice shot to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. LeBron kicks to Schroeder. Stolen by Brooks. On the wing, Jackson. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, and back in that series that Clark was talking about against the Spurs, more competitive than it might seem. Steve, you and I were talking about this. 3 of the 4 games were close. In fact, 2 obviously really close, going to overtime.
But I thought the weakness of Memphis was really exposed, Kevin, and that was the outside shooting. San Antonio just guarded the paint. They took Zach Randolph pretty much out of the series, and they begged Memphis to shoot from long range. And when you don't have floor spacing in the playoffs, it makes it awfully tough to score.
Number 28, looks covered, uses the glass to finish the layup. Intercepted. Pass to Schroeder. Wow. One-on-one here. And Brooks gets it to go. And the Grizzlies lead by 9.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Davis, defended by Adams, fires for 3. The Grizzlies pull it in. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. On the clock. Collins, defended by Schroeder. It's stolen by Davis. And they will get the basket here, folks, as they rule goaltending.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Clark.
Here's Polides. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Grizzlies up 7. And the final period of play just about to start. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Memphis.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficient, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
The other thing they're doing, guys, is forcing turnovers and then creating points offensively as a result.
Now here's Westbrook. He's guarded closely.
Some rugged defense there against one of the stronger finishers in the game.
Back to Green. Collins. He's covered by Westbrook. Here's Polides. And it's good.
I'll say this this about him, Kevin. I mean, it looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
Well, Steve, we've got to give him credit for his skill as a distributor, too. I mean, he has a great feel for his teammates, and that leads to a lot of his assists and a lot of easy baskets for his team.
Schroeder passes to LeBron. The finger roll finish in the bucket.
Great move to the hoop, and I love the finger roll finish.
Here's Polynice. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Grizzlies lead by 10.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
LeBron's shot is good.
His presence is very comforting for this team. He's kind of a fallback option for them anytime they need it.
Here's Polynice. No good. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Here's Beverly. And the Lakers check on 2 more. Timeout called. The Grizzlies. They're up by 5. 1:41 left in the fourth quarter. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Hey guys, over that last break, I was able to catch the message the Grizzlies head coach was giving to his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Lakers trail by 5. Schroeder kicks to LeBron. He passes it to Beverly. Back to LeBron. Lakers passing it around. Stolen by Brooks. Makes the lead pass. A rebound by the Lakers.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
LeBron kicks to Schroeder. LeBron outside. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Adams.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. Let's spray that one on.
It's Davis with the jam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
It feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
6 to shoot. Here's Polynice. Nails it.
What an excellent performance from the field for him.
LA's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Beverly, the pass to Schroeder. LeBron kicks to Schroeder. Feeds to Beverly. And it's off from three-point range. Dishes it to Jackson. And that's an intentional foul. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They trail by 5. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
Well, they're drawing up the only thing they can here. I mean, just get off a quick one and then go ahead and foul.
I think free throws are going to be front and center the rest of the way here.
Here's Beverly. Yes! 2 points. And he commits the intentional foul.
Jackson.
Gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Los Angeles calls timeout. What's your take, guys?
Well, talk all they want, but I just don't see a way for them to get back into the game here.
You know what? I don't know if there's a 10-point play out there, and that being the case, this one is fine, over.
Here's so it's Memphis picking up the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was, and I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
Well, that'll do it for us. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, Kevin Harlan saying so long. And as we end the game, we bring you our Jordan Player of the Game.
I stay where I'm sat. She get up and does it like, is this what love is? I know that I'm rubbish. I seek for the love it. She bring me a pasta every on I'm cooking. I stick on Joe Rogan. You won't find me clubbing. Cut on at the summit. I did it, I done it. You niggas can suck it. You jealous, I run it. I come on your drummers and do something tuggish. I run in and cussing. Cut it on nothing. My flavors are lushing. My neighbors are rushing. The guy them are flashing. My trainers are custom. You wanna talk cuffing. You know I'm a glutton. I ordered the beef and it did the discussions. I dribble, I spit it, I bill it and lit it. This fire, you feel it, I feel it. I feel to be liable to keep